Okay, so Trump 2024. Is that going to be a thing? Do we think that's going to happen? I don't think it's going to happen. I mean, even if he does run, or a Trump does run, because there's speculations that they want to start a dynasty or whatever. It's ridiculous, but it could happen. But after going through 4 years of a Trump, I think America has finally learned their lesson to not gamble on such failures like Donald Trump. Okay. I think if a Trump runs in the future for president, it will be a natural, very natural deterrent, and people will line up to vote against them, just like what they did right now with Joe Biden. Now, Joe Biden won a record setting amount of votes. Okay. Joe Biden didn't do that because people wanted to vote for Joe Biden. Joe Biden got that because they lined up, we lined up, you lined up to vote against Trump. Okay. So imagine if there was actually someone that America liked. They'll definitely show up even more than they did for Joe Biden. So what I'm saying is that probably one of the worst candidates the Democrats could have offered us beat their best candidate in Donald Trump. So let that sink in. Let that sink in over time. If Trump does run in 2024 or one of his family members, people will line up to vote against it. It doesn't matter if it's Joe Biden again or a warm bottle of piss. It will win against anyone with the name of Trump. Now, if the GOP are savvy, and they're not, they're idiots, they'll run someone like Donald Trump. They'll run an authoritarian. They'll run a racist. They'll run a xenophobe. Okay, and they'll have to find ways to repackage that. But if they have the last name Trump, you can guarantee they will lose. Okay, we've gone through 4 years of Donald Trump. We know what it is. It was a gamble when it started. It's a gamble that we all lost on. Okay, so it's not going to happen again without America lining up against it, because the GOP have proven themselves to be authoritarians, and they no longer care about democracy. They're trying to overthrow a legal election. They're just trying to make up things. They're seditious. They've completely gone off the political rails, okay? America knows this. America will show up to vote against those people by the name of Trump. So hopefully this is the end of the GOP for good. The GOP has won the popular vote once in the past 30 years. They are a dying party. They are a minority party. Democracy is and always will be greater than authoritarianism is in America. People will show up for democracy. They will show up to vote against authoritarianism. And they did that this election. And like I said, they did it for a candidate that no one really cared about. Joe Biden wasn't winning anything in the primary. Joe Biden was a sinking ship during the primary until Obama made his phone calls and, consolidated the vote, told everyone to drop out. And, the rest is history. So their coup did work. And it's not going to take a lot to show up in 2024 if Trump happens to run again. It's not going to take a lot. If Joe Biden beat Donald Trump, imagine if it's someone America was truly excited for. It would be more than, what is the vote count now? 6-7 million? It would be like 20 million more than the GOP. It's just, people, it's done, guys. It's done. There is no Trump second coming. Okay. There's no Trump resurrection for the 2024 presidential race. So, I think we can rest easy. We know that if it did happen, we'd show up, we'd squash it, and grind it into political dust, which the GOP should be ground into political dust. The Democrats need reformed heavily, severely, desperately, but the GOP isn't salvageable. They're not even close to salvageable. They need thrown in the political trash can. Like, you can't... These people are traitors. They're fascists. They're authoritarians. They're seditious. They have no redeeming value in the world of politics or economics or anything valuable, except for, for the wealthy. If you're super wealthy, you're good. I mean, as far as the working class goes, they abandoned us a long time ago. The Democrats did too. Once again, they need reformed. We need to reform them. But rest in peace, GOP. Rest in peace, Donald Trump. You Dunsky.